Well, welcome to Championship Wrestling 84. I'm Coach John Heath, sitting in for Gordon Soley, who will return next week. Barbara, we have a very exciting show, but before we do that, let's go to you and find out what your Take 5 is all about.
Well, this is part 4 of the series Miami, Crisis or Paradise, and this week it concerns the Orange Bowl and the Lords of the Ring.
We'll be looking forward to that Take 5. You know, it's always a thrill to have a new world's champion. And this handsome, muscular young man sitting next to me has the man that defeated Ric Flair. He is Kerry Von Erich, the new World Heavyweight Wrestling Champion. Kerry, congratulations on your tremendous victory over Ric Flair, and welcome to Championship Wrestling from Florida.
Well, thank you very much, Coach. You know, it's always a great honor to be here in Florida. But it's even a greater honor to have the World Heavyweight title. You know, I know now that coming into Florida that I will be facing the toughest and the finest competition in all of the United States. And I'm looking forward to it because that's what the world title is all about, going against the best every night.
Thank you very much, Kerry. I'll be looking forward to having you here for the first match. We have an exciting program today, and among other things, we're going to have a $1,000 challenge with superstar Billy Graham in an arm wrestling contest. I see that our first match is just about to begin. And the contestants are in the far corner in blue trunks, Denny Brown. His opponent in black trunks, the Southern Heavyweight Wrestling Champion, Ron Bass. And he's accompanied to the ring by his manager, Panama Gang, referee Jim Tanaka. Denny Brown has to be one of our most courageous and aspiring young wrestlers. He had a match with Bass last week and gave him a tremendous match and a good underarm spin that took Bass off his feet and may have surprised Ron Bass.
You know, Coach, Ron Bass is he's one of the examples of the greatest competition here in Florida. He is a great competitor and he's a great wrestler.
Well, there's no doubt about it. The man that holds the Southern Heavyweight title has to be way at the top of the list. And Curry, I know that you have a match coming up with Ron Bass tonight in the Sundome there, and I'll tell you, you're going to have to really be on your toes. This man is rough, tough, and he is capable of beating any wrestler in the world on any given night, so be on your toes.
Definitely, Coach, Ron Bass is the #1 competitor. I'm not taking nothing away from that. I've heard about Ron Bass ever since I've ever been into professional wrestling. I've heard about what he's done. And he is a man you cannot take him for granted. He can slip in anytime and take the world title anytime, and I know that, and I'll be ready.
Denny Brown has certainly given Ron a little bit of a test here today. It was a nice single spin under. He took Bass off his feet again. Now he's got a bar arm twist on him. And Brown is one of our, as I said before, up-and-coming wrestlers, lots of courage, and gaining experience against the best.
I think the young kid, Denny Brown, is doing a heck of a job against an athlete like Ron Bass.
He's certainly utilizing his one advantage that he has. He's just a little bit shorter than Bass, and that helps him with that single underarm spin, and that takes the man off his feet and puts him in a bar lock. It must be a little frustrating to Bass right now, unless he's underestimated Brown. But Brown, don't forget, here's the opportunity of a lifetime for a young man. As I've said many times, the adrenaline flows just a little faster and puts you in there maybe at 150%. So Bass better not be looking past Brown, but I'm sure he's got his thoughts on you tonight. All right, he's got him in a standing cross body ride. It's a tremendous hold. Referee Jim Tanaka has stopped the match. A submission hold. Far leg scissor, near arm lever. And boy, he really stuck it on him. And
you know, Coach, watching this match makes me look forward to tonight.
See that, boy? That's what you call wrestling, huh? That is what you call wrestling, boy. And I say something. You're all dressed up pretty today, boy. That's a pity, because we wouldn't have to wait till tonight. We could get in that ring right now if you wanted to, boy. Huh?
Let's don't let the suit slow you down, big boy.
Get up right there, boy. Come on.
Don't let the suit fool you, baby.
Come on, you get it tonight, man. Come on, man.
We'll do it right now.
Come on. You'll be the champion tonight.
Let's take time for commercial, and we'll be right back.
Tonight will be the night, Coach.
Wrestling returns to Fort Lauderdale Sunrise Music Theater on Wednesday, May 23rd, 8 o'clock. And what a night of wrestling. We have a lumberjack match with world-famous Junkyard Dog going up against the superstar Billy Graham. A United States Tag Team title with no disqualification, no DQ. Barry Windham and Mike Rotundo team up to go against the champions of Ron Bass and Black Bart. There'll be a Florida heavyweight title match with champion Billy Jack going up against Kevin Sullivan. Mike Davis and Mike Graham team up to go against Hector Guerrero and Malachi. Big Daddy returns and goes up against Inferno number 1. Denny Brown will test Gordon Gray. And now these words from Barbara Clary.
The month of May. On the 22nd, Championship Wrestling will be in Groveland. The 23rd in Fort Lauderdale, featuring the Junkyard Dog. The 24th in Sebring. The 25th in Nassau, featuring superstar Billy Graham and Billy Jack. And the 26th in Sarasota. And I know you're in charge of the Sarasota matches, and they're always great when they're...
Yes, the fans of Sarasota and Manatee counties, they come to our matches. They really enjoy them. Fans, last week I witnessed on this television program, as did millions of others, a reprehensible act I don't think belongs in professional wrestling or professional sports. Dusty, how is Blackjack Mulligan?
Well, Coach, you know, Blackjack Mulligan being the head of the family and being the leader and the straw and the strong rock that we all hold on to in our family, it was devastating, because I know, Kevin Sullivan, that the golden spike was meant for Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream. It was meant for the greatest sports attraction in this country today. It was meant for good, and you are evil, and Blackjack Mulligan is seriously injured. He took the blow meant for me. This is the second time there was a public assassination attempted on my live on this television program, and this one's not going to go unpassed. I want Dave Toka, the psychedelic cameraman and director, to cue this thing up, and let's take a look at it as it happened with me and the Purple Haze. You can see right here, it was one of the most grueling matches ever seen on TV. Dusty Rhodes heavily lacerated. The Purple Haze had come in at the wheel of the devil to do his deeds, and you see him right here. There's a Molokai, and there is Kevin Sullivan right here. You're going to see one of the most devious acts ever done in the state of Florida right here. I got the figure 4 submission hold that I put the one-man gangs trail out and can no longer wrestle right now. This is recorded. You see the spike coming right here. And as I'm coming up, Blackjack Mulligan here takes the spike in the heart, right in the middle of the heart, and he was heavily lacerated. It was like getting blown away with a 12-gauge shotgun at point-blank range, brother, and there is no justice for this. There is nothing that I can say that will tell you how bad this thing is, and what pain this man is in, what pain the family's in, and what pain Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, is in, because the devil has taken this into my family on numerous occasions, and this thing has to cease. It has to stop. And I'm going to tell you one thing, Kevin Sullivan. I want you to understand the situation here. Championship Wrestling of Florida is calling for suspension of Kevin Sullivan. We don't want suspension. Blackjack Mulligan don't want suspension. Because what we gonna do to you goes over the boundaries of professional wrestling. And I really don't give a damn whether I'm suspended or not as this case, because it's gone beyond wrestling. I've been world champion 2 times. I know what it feels like to sit out here like this kid did and carry that strap. And to carry the burden of the weight of the world on your shoulders. And it's heavy going through life being a star and riding down the road in a silver jail with 4 wheels on it night after night. And seeing your family only occasionally and socially. And seeing your baby occasionally and socially. And now then, beyond the bounds of wrestling, comes the conflict of the devil versus good. Sullivan, the end is near for you, because me and the head of the family, Blackjack Mulligan, now will stop in no means to publicly assassinate you and your spirit throughout this world that drives Dusty Rhodes, the American dream, and Blackjack Mulligan and the family. Write that down in your book, Buddha Adim. Coach, thank you very much, baby.
Thank you, Dusty. We'll be back with superstar Billy Graham in a $1,000 arm wrestling contest. Street for you. Seated next to me, as you can plainly see, is the sometimes controversial but always colorful Sir Oliver Humperdinck. How have you been?
I've been great, Coach, and it's good to be back here in Florida, seeing all the people that I knew. You know, Florida always has a special place in my heart because I've been very successful here in the past. Right now, Coach, I'm on my way to the Caribbean. I'm just passing through, but no trip to Florida would be complete without stopping by here. And I was hoping to see Gordon Soley today, but I hear Gordon's laid up, and I hope he's going to be back real soon. But it's great to see you. This is a heck of a man right here.
He'll be back next week. Listen, a friend of yours is in Florida right now, and former stablemate.
That's what I understand.
He is supposed to come out here right now.
I just got in. I haven't seen anybody, but I hear that Billy Graham is here, and Billy Graham and I have been associated in the past. It's going to be good to see Billy.
Okay.
But there's a lot of exciting things happening right now, Coach, in the world of wrestling. You just had the new world's heavyweight champion on your program here, Kerry Von Erich. I want to congratulate Mr. Von Erich because it takes a heck of a man to beat a guy like Ric Flair. But everybody knows that the true test of a champion is not who he beats. There's Billy Graham right there, but how long he keeps it. I got to go say, you don't mind if I say hello?
Right.
Good to see you.
Here live on national television. Going to arm wrestle this young man here and show the world. Here, man. You've been touring the world, my man. I got a man here, brother. I got to take care of some business here, brother. I got to arm wrestle this man here. This man has signed a valid contract. Signed a waiver against injury, a valid contract. Young, good-looking athlete here. I'm showing the world that superstar Billy Graham is the greatest arm wrestler on the face of the world. No man, mammal, or reptile can put my arm down, brother. Now, I wonder if you could do me a favor and just do some commentating here, because I got to take care of business, Sir Oliver. Sure. The coach don't mind. The coach don't mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, right here, I didn't really plan on doing this today, but $1,000 riding on the line right here. Superstar Billy Graham, the arm wrestling champion of the universe, against this young man. He looks like a well-conditioned athlete. We'll take a look and see what happens right here. Wait a minute, man. What's this man doing out here? Referee, what's this man doing out here? What do you persist on coming out here, man, and interrupt you? Get over here, Oliver Humperdinck. Oliver, referee, get this man off the set, man. This man persists on interrupting.
You're saying there's a contract. I waited here over here. It says 9 o'clock this morning, and I didn't see no contract in there, punk.
There's contract to be signed, man. You're always showing up late, brother. I'm telling you, this man over here signed a valid contract. Now get out of my face and quit bothering me,
You're putting in a big front. Look, and I know you're not afraid of me. You've been interfering in every match. You're trying to hurt people with the full Nelson, and I'm sick and tired of you, man.
Man,
so you're going to face
me
one-on-one sometime.
Let's get this man suspended.
Anything you want to do,
Leave me alone, Billy Jack. Get off the set, man. I got to do some arm wrestling here. I got to arm wrestle this man. Get this man off the set.
Contract back there, man. There was no contract
all over the world. Signed contract,
no goddamn contract.
Let's get the police officers out here, man. Get you off the set, man. Don't you be interfering with my arm wrestling contract.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know quite what's going on here. I don't even know who this individual is, but he's not very well-mannered coming out here like that. The man has got a contract. This man has got a contract. I don't even know who this guy is. Who is he? Some guy up the street.
I know who he is. He's Billy Jack, man. He's a jerk. That's what he is. He's some chump trying to make the big time. He ain't going to make the big time at the price of superstar Billy Graham.
Show him what you're made out of, Star.
Yes, brother. Are you ready, man?
Uncouth individual, this Billy Jack, whoever he is. Let's take a look at this arm wrestling contest. $1,000 on the line. Billy Graham putting up a grand, $1,000 against anyone. Good shot of that 24-inch python right there, ladies and gentlemen. They're getting ready to lock up. Referee Jimmy Tanaka making sure it's all set. Everybody's ready. This is a fair competition. Here, with ease, twice. 3 times. 3 times. 3 times. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, Billy Graham. Beat him 3 times, keeps his $1,000. Congratulations.
Thank
bro.
you, my
look
man.
great. You look
Thank
great.
you, my man. Yes.
It's fantastic seeing
Yes,
you.
oh yes, brother.
Fantastic seeing
The
you.
human pythons can't be moved.
I like
the
it.
human python, man. Oliver Humperdinck. The world's greatest manager. Good seeing you, brother.
I'll be around.
Would
I'll
you
be around.
mind narrating my wrestling contest? I got
Oh,
the
we'll
grapple
see.
here, brother.
Go do your thing.
Okay, my man. Okay, brother.
Well, I see that we have a match coming up in the ring. 1 fall, 10-minute time limit. In the far corner, we have Wild Bill Snyder. His opponent, superstar Billy Graham.
Well, Coach, I've been gone for a little while, and I don't know a whole lot of these people, these wrestlers they got here now, but this Billy Jack seems to be a wild young individual.
Well, there certainly can be no doubt about the power of superstar Billy Graham. He has to be one of the 2 most powerful men in the wrestling world today, and the other undoubtedly has to be Billy Jack.
Well, it's
And
Billy Jack.
should they ever meet, brother.
I've never seen the kid wrestle, but he's built powerfully. Huge man. I don't think he's quite to the point yet that superstar Billy Graham is in physique. Billy's got those 24-inch arms. He looks stronger, bigger, and better than ever.
Oh, he's
I'm really
certainly in
impressed.
fantastic shape. There's little doubt about it. We have a match going on here where Superstar has taken Wild Bill Snyder and whipped him into the turnbuckle. Gave
Big
him an elbow coming off the rope.
You know, Coach, if I was a betting man, and, you know, I've wagered a little bit in the past, I'd put every dime I own on superstar Billy Graham in any kind of a contest.
Well, that remains to be seen. I wouldn't underestimate Billy Jack at all in that type of a match. A double chop in there by superstar Billy Graham, and he's certainly
He looks
working on the head
fantastic.
and
He
throat
looks in the
area
best
of Wild
condition.
Bill Snyder, taking the oxygen away from him. We certainly have a courageous young athlete in there trying to get experience, but I'm afraid he's in with too much man today.
Well, you know, Billy Graham has been a top contender wherever he's been, from New York down here to Florida to the West Coast, all over the world. The name of Billy Superstar Graham is famous in the world of wrestling.
Oh, he's not only
It's
top contender,
synonymous.
he was world heavyweight title. He had the world heavyweight
Exactly
title.
right, exactly right. The man is phenomenal. He looks better than I've seen him look in a long, long time.
But I see that Wild Bill Snyder, in the true character of a professional wrestler, is not laying down. He's coming back, giving it all he's got. One thing I found out about professional wrestlers, you can put them in there and you think you've got them beat 99%. You better stay awake because they don't die. They come back and
All
they
it
keep
takes
fighting.
is 3 seconds. As you
3
know, Coach,
seconds,
3
a real
seconds,
quick
and that's
call.
not a whole lot of time. But you got to give this kid, Wild Bill Snyder, a lot of credit for having just guts enough to put his name on a contract with a guy like Graham.
Well, he's smart enough also to know that the experience he gains against one of the top contenders in the world is going to be his advantage. Uh-oh.
There it is.
There's that full Nelson. It's got to be one of the 2 most powerful in the world, and
That's the
referee
most powerful.
Jim Tanaka wisely stops the match.
The most powerful in the world. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh,
What pain, what power he's putting on this kid now. The kid knows he's been in a wrestling match by this point, I'm sure. All right.
well, little doubt about it. Little doubt about it. Superstar is the winner, and we'll be right back with Mike Rotundo. Well, thus far it's been one exciting day of wrestling. Superstar Billy Graham being challenged by Billy Jack and the return of Sir Oliver Humperdinck. And I'm hoping to have, and yes, here we do.
How are you, Coach?
And this handsome young man sitting next to me is, of course, Mike Rotundo. Mike, that I have admired so many years for your ability to be able to use your hips so properly, which is the sign of a super advanced collegiate-style wrestler and now a professional wrestler.
Thank you very
Mike,
much,
I know
Coach.
you're after that Southern title.
You know, I'm looking forward to it, Coach, because this is something I had when I first came down to Florida. I beat Purple Haze. I was off to a good start. I defeated Ronnie Bass, and I'm looking forward to regaining that Southern title. But this time, J.J. Dillon isn't with Bass, so I have a good chance of getting it, Coach.
Mike, I've got some good news for you. In Sarasota, I have a United States Tag Team title signed up. You and Barry Windham are going to go up against the champions of Cowboy Ron Bass and Black Bart. But for you fans in Sarasota and Manatee counties, listen to this. You are about to be the first ones to see on the mainland the bout that everyone has been waiting for throughout the state of Florida, probably the southeast. I am referring to, of course, Billy Jack versus superstar Billy Graham in a battle of the full Nelsons. This confrontation is going to settle once and for all who is the strongest. Personally, I don't know, and I don't think anybody else does at this point.
You know, Sarasota, the 26th on a Saturday night, the 26th of May is going to be some night. Barry and I are going after those U.S. tag team titles. We've been thinking hard on it. We've been training hard, and this is going to be our time. And what a match that's going to be. Everybody wants to see Billy Graham versus Billy.
On a 26th in Sarasota, the battle that everybody's been waiting for, Billy Jack against superstar Billy Graham. I see that we are now ready for our next match. One fall with a 10-minute time limit. In the far corner in a black universal, Mike Fever. His opponent, accompanied to the ring by his manager, Panama Gang, is the current co-holder of the United States Tag Team title, Black Bart. This is going to be quite a contest for Mike Fever. He's going up against a lot of weight and experience, and a man good enough to hold one half of that United States Tag Team title has an awful lot of talent behind him.
You know, Mike Fever's really come on these last few weeks. I've been watching him, Coach. He seems like a changed wrestler. He's been a lot more aggressive, and that's how you have to take it to a man like Black Bart, having that weight advantage on you, as you well know.
Well, and of course you're speaking from years of experience also, but I noticed that these fellas, that they have to do it by going up against better competition. You know, you don't get better unless you wrestle somebody better than yourself. And these young fellas are doing it each and every week, and they're showing the results.
That's right, Coach. That's the step you have to take, is to sign those contracts, go up against somebody that you think is as good or better, because that's how you improve. You know, if you wrestle the best, you're going to become the best after a while if you want it bad enough.
Absolutely. Well, I've seen it. Fever has forced Bart to go to the ropes. And, you know, they say good luck to him, good luck to him. You know, good luck is really preparation meeting opportunity. And that's what these young fellows are doing. They're preparing themselves for the opportunity to go against the best and someday beat them.
Both men right here are working on that arm. You can see a nice reversal by Mike Fever. And again, Black Bart tries to get to those ropes, but I think Fever got stunned on that one, Coach. He hit his head on the turnbuckle.
He had a nice hammerlock on him, but he got caught when he got carried into that turnbuckle.
Right there, Black Bart reverts to the hair already, Coach.
Well, of course he's showing a lot of ring savvy. He knew that the opponent was stunned there, and he stayed up in that head area, and he's staying right in the head and neck area. He's taking advantage of the shot that weakened his opponent just for the second. And the snap there, and now that rear chin lock. He's still up in the upper body there, Mike.
There's no doubt that this man can wrestle, this Black Bart. I've been in the ring a number of times against him, and he has the ability to wrestle, Coach, but there's too many times that he takes a shortcut out there in the ring. So you have to be aware of that as a wrestler, be aware of him taking his shortcuts and be on your toes and be alert at all times, and just, you know, you have to fight fire with fire sometimes.
That's one of the advantages of experience. Whereas the young fella gets in, he gets caught off balance, and here he was caught off balance right there with that knee to the lower abdominal area, and that's taking all that wind out of him. It's going to certainly hurt his progress in this match. A strong shot to the head by that elbow, and Mike is in an awful lot of trouble. Uh-oh.
There's a maneuver that's very painful, Coach. He dropped him right across that top rope. If you get hit the wrong way, it's your Adam's apple.
I know.
Swallowing it.
I believe a few weeks ago you wished that was banned.
Neck breaker.
Strong neck breaker, and with all that weight that Bart brought down, that could very well spell curtain for Mike Fever.
Now he's taking him over in the corner again. Drops his head right across that turnbuckle.
He's taking an advantage of a man who is almost out on his feet here.
Mike Fever's in trouble right now, Coach.
Another shot to the head, but Mike, through the instinct that he's gained in that professional ring, He's not going to quit. He's trying to fight back. He's on his feet again.
As you can see there, Coach, excuse me, he's been working on that neck. He dropped him across the ropes twice. Continuously working on that neck. And when your neck goes, as you well know, you're in a lot of trouble.
A point well taken, because where your head goes, you go. It looks like he's trying to set him up for a vertical suplex, but instead he's just punishing him with a crossface in there. He seems to be punishing the man right now rather than going for the pin, Mike.
Yeah, there's no need for that, Coach. You know, he should be going for the...
Ooh.
He looks like he's got him in position. Ooh, neck breaker, Coach.
Oh, power driver.
He covered him right here.
Well, he's got the pin. Black Bart has got the pin on
pain right now, Coach.
No need for that. No need for that. Mike just couldn't stand it anymore. Here comes Ron Bass. There's Ron Bass, one-man gang. Black Bart ganging up on Mike Rotundo. This is utterly unfair. Barry Windham has joined in to help out his partner, Mike Rotundo. And there are fists flying all over the auditorium. And the gang is taken out. And it's a wild melee scene here. And they're battling outside of the ring. And it's Black Bart, Cowboy Ron Bass, Mike Rotundo, and Barry Windham in a wild melee. Something has got to be done here. We have got to get order. Somehow or another, we've got to get order. Order has to be restored. And I mean the sooner. And a wild melee when Barry Windham and Mike Rotundo got into it against Black Bart and Cowboy Ron Bass. And who knows what's going to happen in the future of this day, one of the most exciting, action-packed wrestling matches we've ever had on this program. And here comes Billy Jack now. This man is phenomenal. His arms must also be in the 22-inch arm area, inch area, and hard as a rock. A super athlete. And I see that our next match is about to begin. In the far corner, your Florida heavyweight wrestling champion, Billy Jack, and his opponent, Mr. Olimpia. This match is scheduled for one fall, 10-minute time limit. Mr. Olimpia comes out rather quickly, trying to get to the advantage side of Jack. Jack offers his hand, and it's refused by Olimpia. I would think that might be a mistake. Side headlock by Olimpia. Jack shakes him off and hits him with that powerful 50-inch chest. That is just like a piece of concrete. He's going to try it again, and he didn't learn the first time. Jack is so strong. He's got to be one of the two strongest men in the entire world. Uh-oh, picks him up for a hard, full slam. A drop kick puts Olimpia on the back. A snap nerve by Billy Jack, and then he clenches into that rear chin lock that takes away and frustrates your opponent. No way to go. No way to go unless you can do a complete back out and get the near arm around your opponent's waist. But when you've got the arms of Billy Jack wrapped around that neck, jaw, and head area of yours, you're thinking about one thing, survival. This man is so strong, I wouldn't be surprised if he had the power in there to make Mr. Olimpia pass out, because he could cut off the extended carotid arteries that go up right through that area. It's almost in the position of a sleeper. Referee breaks it off because it did reach the rope, and Olimpia came back with a cheap shot into the eyes that he will regret later, I am sure. However, he's trying to work on that head area of Jack, take the advantage of that little bit of illegality that he pulled there, and Jack is a little disturbed right now. Banging Olympia's head right into the turnbuckle, a smash across the head, and a full, solid front bear hug. And now he has him elevated, dropped him into a crotch, we call it a crotch drop, and that hurt. Olimpia may be wondering, just where am I right now? A shot into the lower abdominal area by Billy Jack. That heavy, big 16, 17-inch forearm brought down across the back of Olimpia. And there it is, the world-famous full Nelson of Billy Jack stuck on Mr. Olimpia, and Olimpia is going nowhere but bye-bye. And Jimmy Tanaka very wisely stops the match. Your winner, of course, Billy Jack. I certainly would like to get Billy Jack over to the desk with me. He's such an interesting personality and a fine young athlete and man. Billy, I'd like to have you come over to the mic for a moment, please. It'd be my honor. Woo. Billy, congratulations on a fine victory.
Thank you. I'll tell you what, you signed us a match. Me a match with superstar Billy Graham in Sarasota the 26th of May. Is this correct?
That's right, Bill.
Now look, I've always admired superstar Billy Graham when I was a kid. I don't know, he's still tough. He's trying to purposely hurt people. I don't know what his problem is. He's got something against me. But I'm a competitor. I come here to Florida. I'm the Florida State Heavyweight Champion. I'll take on any man, anytime, any place. Because I wrestle for the people. I'm like a Dusty Rhodes. I back down from no man. And Billy Graham, I'm going to look you right in the eye right now. And I'm going to say this. You're not afraid of me like you're telling everybody else. I don't care what money, whatever you want to put up. But let's put up or shut up. Because you're trying to purposely hook people on this ring with this full Nelson. You're putting it high up on their neck. I've had to run in about 6, 7 times to save these guys. Now, you want to try that with me, punk? Because I'm ready for anything you got to offer me, boy. Anytime, any place, anywhere on the face of the earth, just like you say. Because I got me some pythons too, brother. Yeah, I got some pythons, and it's coming right on your butt. So you better get used to it, and I got everybody in Florida backing me up. And one of us in Sarasota is going to get hurt, punk. Thank you very much. You're doing a fantastic job.
Thank you, Billy Jack. I've never seen him that upset before. Watch out, superstar. You're in for a long night. We'll be right back with a take 5 from Barbara. Sensational night of wrestling coming to Fort Lauderdale at the Sunrise Music Theater. This will be coming on Wednesday, May 23rd at 8.
Resort Paradise. In the last 3 weeks, we've seen some people and places in Miami, notably the Orange Bowl, where I spoke with promoter Chris Dundee, Dusty Rhodes, Frank Basha, Barry Windham, and Mike Rotundo about wrestling and their love for the area. Well, the wrestlers are going to be going back to the Orange Bowl for an incredible evening of action when Championship Wrestling presents the Lords of the Ring in the Orange Bowl Stadium on the 30th of June at 8:30 p.m. Now, I have been informed that CWF is making available special limited seating arrangements in the Paradise Lounge Box. This will be limited to 100 people at a price of $100 per person, but this ticket includes seats in the air-conditioned lounge box in which to view the Lords of the Ring, champagne and food during the matches, special Lords of the Ring souvenirs, and a cocktail party after the matches with the wrestlers. Tickets are on sale now, but they will be limited to only 100 tickets, so you need to get them now. You can get your tickets at the following locations, either by writing the Orange Bowl Stadium, Post Office Box 330708, Miami, Florida 33133, or by calling area code 8305-579-6971. They will accept cashier's checks or money orders only. Hurry up, there's only 100 tickets available, and it is most definitely the ultimate way to enjoy the Lords of the Ring. That's our Take 5 for this week.